All right, so let's look at this pumped up fun thing. Okay, so all right, so this is the James Wynn token. Okay, now you can look at this now token. This is pretty cool. You can see I just created this token a minute ago. I locked up the supply. Okay, it's just to show kind of this is amazing. So we have 140K, 150K market cap. The RIP coin, James Wynn. So, okay, who's James Wynn? This guy is a trader on Hyperliquid. Okay, what he does is he takes these super leveraged short positions against Bitcoin. He says Bitcoin is going to go to trash zero. Okay, this is the stupidest possible thing you can do long term. Why is it so stupid? Well, it's so stupid because Bitcoin is the only asset in human history that's gone from a penny, which was actually less than a penny during the Bitcoin Pizza event in May of 2010, to over $100,000. So if you look at that, that's literally a 20 million X return from that initial pizza. And it did that in a log progression. And literally you can look at this with literally 15 data points. You can compute out the log curve as an R squared of 96%. Now you can also go back daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you want. You're going to get this amazing R squared. So this is the best performing asset in human history, guys. The best performing asset in human history. And you know what? It dropped from 120,000 to 85,000. And during that drop, really from about 100,000 to 90,000, you have this James Wynn guy who's been going on about how this thing's going to zero, it's going to 20K, it's going to 40K. He's just going on and on and on about this stupid asset. Okay. I mean, not the stupid asset, about Bitcoin. And he's got like his pumped up funcoin called Bitcoin Bear or Wynn Bear or something like that. So I decided I would make a fun coin just to rub it in. And if I can get higher market cap than the Wynn coin, that would be great. You know, longer term, I'll benefit a little bit of this, but you know, some of you guys are going to benefit. Some of you guys are going to lose, right? This is a fixed casino, right? So there's there's these coins. They're like Bitcoin. They have a fixed supply. So they have 1 billion coins. Somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to lose. But it's fun. You know, it's a little bit like, you know, you go to these arcades and you put like a quarter in the chute, and then it comes in and it kind of moves other quarters aside, or it just stays, it piles up. And that's a little bit what these pumped up fun things are. Anyways, I thought this one was kind of interesting. We got a bunch of holders now. Yeah, I am this AMA PGFT wallet. That's me, which has 2.3%. That's my unlocked thing, right? So I do have 2% unlocked of the supply. The rest, that 14% is locked, right? That HP, although that's locked on Streamflow. You can look at that. That's locked. The dev supply is locked, guys. So, you know, of course, when I said that, price goes up. So, you know, nobody's selling. I don't know anything about this A77Z wallet or the 6. These guys are just kind of random wallets that decided to follow this thing. But anyways, this is pumped up fun. This is their live streaming thing, which I've never did before, but I have to say it's pretty great. I mean, I think what's happening is, you know, as we kind of move into the Gen Z kind of TikTok generation. Look, I've got a kid at NYU who's like a big TikToker, loves YouTube, TikTok, attention span of a flea. It's perfect for him, you know. And they can kind of bet on this stuff. They can bet it going higher or lower. We can't really short actually this. So unlike Bitcoin, so Wynn's entire thing is he goes on these perpetual preferreds. And this stuff is like, it's insane, right? Because what a perpetual preferred is it's a what it is it's basically a contract which allows you to leverage up 100 to 1, or I think even maybe 200 to 1. And the thing about it is, if the price of whatever you're shorting is going at all, I guess you have to buy it back. Or if you're going long, the price goes down a little bit, you have to buy it back. So there's all this just massive leverage in this stuff. And James Wynn is kind of the main character in this. Now, he's been on Joe Carlosali's feed, so the Bitcoiners know him. Not all Bitcoiners know him. So I'll give you an example. We're running a big space with Simon Dixon, who's been very OG Bitcoiner, big name in Bitcoin. And, we're like, Simon, he goes, who's James Wynn? He had no idea. And I said, well, he's kind of one of these idiots who's shorting Bitcoin right now. So, so that gives you a little sense of, not everybody knows who James Wynn is, right? But, Joe Carlosali claims that he's a quote unquote friend of his, although, friend means that I'd like James Wynn to get liquidated. I think we all Bitcoiners would like James Wynn to get liquidated. Now, he claims also that he is a long-term Bitcoin bull, which is bullshit. Because if anybody who's taking these massive short positions, again, Bitcoin is not a long-term Bitcoin bull. But anyways, guys, that's my stream. I'm gonna hop. I have something else I have to attend to. But anyways, my supply is locked up. You guys have fun with James WynnRIP